comment when.
All right, now we're live now.
Yeah.
All right, should be on our Twitter. All right, can you go ahead and send the one with like the actual video link too, not just like the Twitch, into all the groups and stuff. There was one called content creators we missed out on too. But all right, anyway, I'll go ahead and start with NordVPN. What's going on, everybody? Before we get started with today's episode, just want to give a quick shout out, as always, to NordVPN. You can use NordVPN to browse the internet privately, safely, and securely. It allows you to unblock all sorts of things, such as streaming services in another country. And if you sign up now with the GTD Sports affiliate link, you can save up to 70% on a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. You can connect up to 6 devices simultaneously. I use NordVPN myself, so make sure you guys sign up with the GTD Sports affiliate link today.
Hey, on the content creators one, I thought that we got kicked out because I didn't see it. I tried.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
We might have got kicked out.
Bummer. All right, let's get it. I'm gonna do a little different this time.
So,
in the wise words of Kendrick Lamar, top of the morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Going the Distance podcast. My name is Ryan Vanell, and alongside me is Elijah Span. We are currently live on Twitch, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, September 21st. I almost said Thursday. I'm getting my days mixed up with this twice-a-week format. But nonetheless, back at you for another episode. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. I'm over at Ryan Vanell 8. Elijah is at Elijah Span 19. And make sure to follow GTD Sports at GTD_sports. And check out our website, gtdsports.com, where you can find all of our content, blogs, podcasts. And speaking of podcasts, we are expanding already. The GTD Sports Network just got its start a couple weeks ago. We have 4 podcasts on the network so far. But Hockey Down Here is coming to the GTD Sports Network with Alex and Taylor. Really excited to announce that. So big things coming. Be on the lookout for that. That is currently in the process of being approved by Apple and Spotify. So that should be up in the next couple days. That is our goal, to have that podcast there for you. But nonetheless, today it's our spotlight. It's us. It's Elijah and I. We're here to talk. We're here to talk football, as you can tell by the title of this episode. Football, and more football. It's going to be a football-dominant episode, and I'm excited. We're going to hit taunting penalties, our fantasy football matchup recap, a big segment, what we learned in week 2, and college football predictions. So let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with our highlight and low light of this weekend. Elijah, I'll hand it off to you.
Yeah, so my highlight is that the Cowboys won on Sunday. That was always nice. Always nice to have your team win, and we're winning the NFC East. So,
all right. So you see, yeah, you had me at the Cowboys win, but then you lost me with the NFC East.
Who else?
Okay. I know I'm biased because I have 5 units riding on the Giants right now for a future bet. But dude,
like
okay, you know what really pisses me off is that Thursday night game where the Giants jumped off sides, to give Washington another chance to win the game. If you watch the replay, he wasn't off sides. He got a perfectly timed jump on the ball. And that game, that one call could be what ends up costing the division, because it's going to be a competitive division again, probably. So
I don't think so.
Really? What is your realistic Cowboys prediction then?
Like 10 or 11 for games.
Record. 10 or 11? Yeah. You don't see anybody else being around 10?
No. I could see the football team going like 8, and then the Eagles going around like 7, and then the Giants like 5. Honestly, like that's a
Giants 5?
Yeah, dude. I'm so low on them right now, bro. They're imploding. Did you see Kenny Golladay get all pissed off?
Dude, actually, I did see that, and I talked to a Giants fan, and he kind of rectified the situation and told me that it was Kenny Golladay yelling at Jason Garrett, offense coordinator, and that Daniel Jones was trying to intervene and calm him down.
That makes it so much better.
Well, I mean, it kind of does. Like, I would rather have beef between a wide receiver and the OC than like the quarterback and the wide receiver,
Well, maybe Jason Garrett's going to phase out their best playmaker from the scheme.
Well, exactly though. I mean, I guess that kind of is counterintuitive to my point, but yes, it is rough right now in the Giants. I just don't think they're 5 wins. I think they're going to get more than that.
Maybe but that's like I don't know. That's like the over under. Like I could see it going over.
I think
Probably
their
not
over under
under.
was 7.5.
I don't see them. I don't see them losing like less than 5. Honestly, like them as a 4-win team, that seems a little harsh. But yeah, no, like I think that we're gonna run away with this division with like 10 or 11 wins. I really do. Like the football team, like dude, their schedule is such like it is so harsh over the next 7 weeks, and we talked about it last week about how hard their schedule is. Well, Heineke's gonna be like,
dude, Heineke looked like a dog, bro.
Heineke looked good, but at times he did look like a backup quarterback.
You're right, yeah. There were a few moments.
No, like
he threw it a lot more than I thought he would. He threw the ball like 42 times, something like that.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
No, but like their schedule, like you remember that one time that when the U.S. finally made the World Cup and then they got put in with like Germany, France, and like everyone else that's super fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what the Washington football team's schedule looks like.
Fair enough. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see. I still think that division's pretty up in the air. Cowboys should be the favorite, yes, but I don't know. I just don't want it to be like that.
But yeah, all right. So in Lowlight, I'm getting old. So if you probably my voice is kind of a little cruddy right now. On Friday night, I drank and I got pretty drunk only with beer and like no hard alcohol whatsoever. And
dude,
I
had milk, bro.
Dude, well, it was the only.
I'm just kidding.
I had a hangover sent from God. Like it was unearthly. Like I didn't eat all day Saturday. I was just in bed, just
the spit.
Yeah,
the spins,
dude. Yeah, and then like, and now I got a fucking sinus infection because of it.
Dude, that's the worst too. Alcohol-induced sinus shit. No bueno.
Yeah. So I'm old. Sucks. And then also too on that I'm old. The Devious Lick TikTok challenge is horrid and appalling, and it disgusts me.
Dude, I think it's so fucking funny.
Okay, I thought it was funny on the first one where he stole like a paper towel dispenser, and I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I saw like 3 more things, and it's just gotten out of control. Like when I saw the microscope, I'm like, dude, those things are like $350.
Dude, more than that, probably.
Oh, they're really expensive. And now the only thing I can see every time I see one of those videos, I'm like, these fucking kids. Like,
dude, like, they have no boundaries, no limits. High school is a lawless time right now in America. If y'all don't know what trend we're talking about on TikTok right now, the Devious Licks trend is basically where kids are just finessing shit from their high schools, like school property, like Elijah said, paper towel dispenser, microscope, that kind of thing. But now we've seen people, and I don't know if they're real or fake, but people will post like, parts to their principal's car where it's like, have fun trying to start your engine, Mr. Smith, or whatever the fucking, I don't know. But it's getting out of hand.
No, I've seen one where a bathroom was straight up destroyed, and they were like, the Devious Lick challenge is turned into straight up vandalism. Like, fuck, like that's
like all the stalls were torn down, like the ceiling was up. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Dude, there's one high school too. Despicable. They're offering cash prizes. I've seen some TikToks go viral where it's like just the phone recording the loudspeaker playing, and they're like, we will be reviewing the cameras and we will be finding you and expelling you, like kind of shit.
Honestly though, good. Fuck these kids.
No, I mean, yeah, honestly though, like I don't know. Old. I can't say that I expect more, because I really don't. But at the same time, I feel like this isn't something we would have done in high school. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. This is
what happens, bro, when you are so strict on your kids. Because, like, these kids have so many fucking rules that they have to go by. And now, like, they've realized that rules are pretty much bullshit and they don't have to pay attention to them. And this is what happens. Like, this is what happens.
Just lashing out.
When you don't let the kids be kids, then they act like fucking hoodlums like they are right now. Because
I just want to do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends.
Yeah, but nah. So I'm old now because I think like that. So that's a low light.
All right, my highlight of this weekend has been, I may have talked about this actually on last episode, I don't know, but now more than ever is the Drive to Survive series on Netflix, the F1 series. I have been watching. I'm almost done with season 1 now, but it's been distracting me from homework. It's a really, really well made show. It really draws you in, makes you want to know more about the drivers, more about the sport. So I already placed a bet on the Grand Prix this weekend. So I'm already considering myself an F1 fan to a small extent. I'm going with Max Verstappen.
Going with Verstappen.
Plus 400, dude, because he's won 6 out of the last 10 races, and he's at plus odds. That's kind of plus 400 too. So Lewis Hamilton is minus 180.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
And then Botti is, I think, like plus 200, or Botti, however you say it. The other Mercedes driver.
Okay. Yeah. No, I know like some, because a lot of people talk about the Drive to Survive, which I really need to watch it. And then I listen to a bunch of podcasts that will talk about F1. Like Ryan Russillo really likes talking about F1. He does like a going abroad segment each week. So I like keep up with it pretty well for someone who pays no attention to the sport.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like that, a going abroad segment type thing.
Yeah, that's what he does.
We should adopt a version of that. But no, I've really enjoyed what I've seen from it, and I want to watch more, because it just, my main my main reasoning for not ever watching it necessarily was because I was always I had that mindset of NASCAR. Like, it's similar to NASCAR, just different cars. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
But it's not at all. It's completely different.
Oh, it is the exact polar opposite of NASCAR.
Yeah.
It's a sport for the rich. NASCAR, I'm not going to be rude, but I'm just going to say it's not a sport for the rich.
Yeah, we all know what 3-word term you're thinking of.
Them's my kinfolk, okay? Like fucking.
Yeah, it's really not, but yeah, it's exciting too. I mean, there's so many variables in it, you know? Like, even the last Grand Prix, I think it was 2 weekends ago, Lewis Hamilton didn't finish. So, like, a lot of shit can happen. Crashes happen, car malfunctions, yada, yada. There's so much. So I think that adds a lot of entertainment value to it. But nonetheless, my low light of this week was last night. If you guys didn't hear about this insane bet on DraftKings, you were missing out. This one guy had a 16-team parlay where I think it was a $25 bet that would pay him $750,000. And he had 15 out of 16 correct heading into Monday night, and he needed the Lions to win. They were winning at halftime, and he got a cash out offer of $240,000, and he posted on his Instagram story and said, "Winners don't cash out." And then he fucking lost it all.
Dumbass.
So, dude, oh my God. So that is my low light, strictly because the entire betting community was with this guy. And then he choked, bro. He should have taken the $250K. I think he just wanted the clout, you know, of hitting that.
He wanted to be like the GME, like hold the diamond hands, hold the line.
Yeah, type shit. Because he definitely would have had a lot more written about him if he hit the bet.
Because it takes balls to do that, but man, those people are fucking stupid.
Dude.
Like, do you see them on Wall Street bets? It's like, oh, I could have made this much, but I held the line because, you know, we always hold. And it's like, no, dude, just like when you have money, take it.
Yeah, it's your money, bro.
Like,
fuck those guys. Yeah.
Like, it is so hard to beat the system. If you got the system beat, don't think about what you could beat it anymore. One in the hands, two in the bush.
Dude, I wish if I had the cash out opportunity, like with DraftKings and FanDuel, I would have made so much more money at this point, I feel like. Because do you know how many times my parlay has lost on the last leg?
Yeah.
Every fucking time, it seems like. Anyway, nonetheless, that's our highlight, low light. Let's go ahead and gloss over our fantasy football recap. We had a really tough weekend. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. There's plenty of adjectives you could use to describe our emotions after this, but here, I'll pull it up on I gotta share the screen.
Noose-inducing.
Noose-inducing?
Yeah, came with that on the spot.
That's bars, bro.
Did.
Get you in the studio. All right, so as you can see, we had a very, very close game to one-on-one fantasy sports consultants. Kyler Murray did his thing. DeAndre Hopkins kind of made me sad because all of this came in like the first half.
I know. I thought he was gonna go off, and then it wasn't even the first half. It was the first
quarter. Yeah, So I thought it was going to be another huge game, but I mean, they still did okay. Scary Terry, baby, doing his thing. Let's go.
100%.
But so you may be wondering what went wrong. How did we lose? Well, first of all, Tyler Lockett and DJ Moore are not going to drop 50 points every week. So that was kind of bullshit. But another thing is we decided to last minute swap out the Colts defense and pick up the Cardinals defense because the Colts were going against the Rams. And, that's just Rams have a better offense. So we thought the Cardinals, after their performance last week, would be able to get a few sacks. But yikes, that was a shootout. So that was our fault.
Mm-hmm. It's I even feel like bad because I brought it up. I was the one who was like, "Hey, do you want to swap out for Cards defense?" You're like, "Yeah, let's do it." Okay.
But I mean, I agreed. My
You
first
agreed.
thought process was, oh, yeah, the Colts are going against the Rams. Like, I don't want to go against the Rams offense.
No, well, the only reason why they scored that much too is because on like a botched punt attempt. Like, did you see that?
I don't think so. No, wait, in which game?
In the Rams game, they fucked up the snap because it was.
Yes.
They were in their own end zone and they fucked up the snap, hit one of the special teams guys, and the Colts just picked it up, and that would have won us the game. Fuck.
That's fucking painful, bro.
And then too, like Corey Davis, I almost wanted to sit Corey Davis, but I didn't know for who because like I knew that he wasn't going to have a good game with Zach Wilson and against Bill Belichick. But like Zach Moss went off for 14,
bro. But the thing is, without these 2 touchdowns,
yeah, but he was projected 1 point. Like I didn't even think he was going to play. Like who the fuck is projected 1 point?
I have no idea. Will Fuller's supposed to be back next week, so that should help us a little bit. I mean, I don't know though with Tua injured now.
I tinkered the lineup, but we could probably go over it on Thursday. But I put in Galladay again.
Yeah, that's fine. Waiver ads, we get the call. Yep. Let's see. Wait, who all's available right now? Is there anybody we should pick up right now?
Yeah.
No.
Go to
not really.
Cordero Patterson maybe.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to be consistent.
We're also 12th on the waiver wire right now, so there's no way we're going to get him because this league. There's some fucking hungry hippos, dude.
There's some snipers in this league, man.
Anytime somebody like one little nugget of like, hey, this guy should get picked up, like somebody even before I can check my phone, somebody has snatched him.
Dude, we disappointed this week. All right, well, I don't want to harp on a loss too much, but it is what it is. That we suffered our first loss. We're 1-1 now on the season. Don't worry.
I think we're a playoff team.
We're 100% a playoff team, bro. The Kyler and D-Hop stack is OP. Terry McLaurin's going to keep doing his thing no matter who's throwing him the ball. I mean, I think we're solid. Nick Chubb, too. I mean, Nick Chubb's looking great. The only thing is they had fucking 4 rushing touchdowns, and he had 1 of them.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So that is bullshit. I don't know what's wrong with that, but
hopefully that game script.
Yeah, hopefully that fixes itself. So
sometimes it be like that. But yeah, no. What I tell you though about Scary Terry, you were like, "Oh, I'm worried because of Heineke," and I was like, "Nah, dude."
Okay, no. Let's not turn this around. I'm the one that wanted to draft Scary Terry. All right.
No,
but I was nervous last week. You're right. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I wasn't even talking about drafting him. I was fine with drafting him. I was on board.
Dude, I'm nervous.
Thank God you did because, yeah. But I mean,
we probably won't even need it.
Who knows? I was looking at the RB2 situation for the rest of the league, and it's just as dire. So
yeah, that's true.
Like I'm not.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Like if that's our biggest worry right now, then we're fine.
Yeah, we
just need to hope he'll be back, and then
because I think we have like two of arguably like the top 5 receivers potentially, depending on how things pan out.
Fucking Cooper Kupp though. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
Cooper, bro. Okay, I don't want to bring this up, but I just want to mention this joke I saw on TikTok. It was somebody was like, think about it. Is Matthew Stafford racist? Cooper Kupp has 12 targets. Like they were just going off about Cooper Kupp and Stafford. They're a hell of a connection right now, though.
They're buddies right now.
Yeah, they're really
good.
Honeymoon
phase.
Cooper Kupp is actually, while we're on the topic of fantasy football, I want to run this trade by you that I made. Okay, so this isn't a personal league; it's a money league as well with a punishment. So I don't want to do that. So I drafted Saquon. I made that
dude.
mistake. Listen, I made that mistake, right? I was drafting seventh, and Nick Chubb was gone. It was my choices was
Eckler
between.
Gone?
No, I was gonna go Eckler or Saquon, but the guy drafting right behind me is a Giants fan, and he wanted Saquon. So like, I don't know. I psyched myself out, and I was like, I have to go with Saquon because like, what if his knee is fine? What if he booms again? But so now I'm at the point where, and my running back 2 is James Robinson, and he's not working out. So I need a running back desperately. So I worked out a trade. I am sending Saquon Barkley, Kenny Galladay, and Jared Cook, my backup tight end, because I have Travis Kelce. So 2 Giants and Jared Cook, and I'm receiving DeAndre Swift and Calvin Ridley.
I'd hold.
Hold what? Hold off on Saquon?
Just hope for the best that Saquon returns to form.
Dude, I don't know, bro.
I feel like you're hitting the panic button. You're hitting the panic button.
Dude, but that's like...
DeAndre Swift only got like 5 points last week.
No, he had 12. He had 25 in week 1 and then like 11.8 last night.
Oh, he did? Oh.
He's playing like 80% of snap counts. He has like 9 targets per game so far. Or like 8 targets per game.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I'd hold off. I wouldn't hit the panic button just yet.
Dude, I don't know, bro. Other people are telling me to like dish him out ASAP. And the thing is, though, the guy that I'm trading with is the guy that drafted Eckler. So he will now have Saquon and Eckler. But for receivers, he would have Cooper Kupp, and then Kenny Galladay would be his number 2. All right, we got a comment. I agree with Elijah. Saquon will come around. The Falcons look like garbage. Don't do it. All right, well, I may need to cancel my trade. Think it over then.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I really want DeAndre Swift. Maybe I can get him without giving up Saquon.
You got a man crush on him.
I do, bro. I do. I love DeAndre Swift. He's so good. He's so versatile. He has so much upside for fantasy. He is the Lions offense. He is the entire offense. Yeah, JD, by the way. Hey, JD, thanks for watching.
I recognize that handle.
Yeah, we recognize that handle any day. One of our bloggers on staff, JD. It makes it easier, too, because we have 2 Jameses. JD, easy to reconcile the difference. Well, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
I don't fucking know.
All right. Anyway, talking about we were on the topic of bullshit because we lost our fantasy matchup. So moving on to some other bullshit. The NFL taunting penalties are getting out of hand. There was way too many bogus calls this weekend. I'm sure if you were watching football, you saw at least one of them go down. But I don't even know what the restrictions are anymore. You know, there's such a big gray area for these penalties. I don't know what's taunting, what's unnecessary, rough. There's just so many gray areas in everything. And the taunting stole the show this weekend.
Yeah. That I didn't see. The only one I saw live was the Keenan Allen one. And it was so soft. Like I was hoping when we saw that preseason one with that Colts play, that it was like, all right, it's just preseason. They're just getting these guys, putting them on alert. No, they're for real.
Oh, yeah.
They're for real. And that's sad. So, but yeah, no, on that Keenan Allen one, you could tell Keenan started jawing. I can't remember who the Cowboys defender was, but he started jawing at him a little bit. And then you could see him kind of hyping him up, trying to piss him off more, and it worked. And Keenan kind of went in a little more, and then that's when they got the flag. So it was like you could tell the defender was physically or like mentally baiting him to get the flag called. And and I don't know. I just don't think that kind of head games should be around in the NFL. And also the call is stupid.
That's probably going to become a thing, really. I mean, like the antagonizing aspect of everything, now that they can potentially get a penalty called.
Do it subtle. Do a lot of people talking shit like Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Like really subtle.
Just really subtle. And like, you didn't even know, like you're just pissed off and it looks like the other guy did nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, Again, of course, there's going to be like those random receiver cornerback fights that break out, like the all-time classic. What was that? A few years ago, was it Odell
Josh
and Josh?
Norman.
Odell and Josh Norman. That was a classic. But and then now it's Jalen Ramsey and he fought with somebody. I think it was D-Hop, wasn't it?
He fought with AJ Green one time. That was a few years ago.
I do remember that. Yeah. Anyway, though, yeah, these penalties are bogus. That one in the Chargers game, that was bogus. Another one that was really dumb, in my opinion, was in the Houston Texans game. A player literally made a big catch, got up, and spun the ball on the ground. And that was all he did. Like, just in the celebration, spun the ball on the ground, and then he got a penalty for it. That's bullshit. Another one in the Seahawks game, the cornerback literally, he made a play on the ball, pass batted down. He just goes like, and flexes and screams, but he was facing the wide receiver, got flagged for taunting. It's like, dude, he's not trying to truly taunt this guy. It's literally just an emotional game. He's showing emotion. It's his natural reaction, instinctive to be like, let's go. You know?
Like you're playing at the highest level. And like you said, football is definitely an emotional game because it has to be. And so like, fuck, I would, if I made a play in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? Like, no, I didn't do that when I made a play in my middle school football game because I was playing on the C team. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But if I go D1 or if I go, in the NFL, like I'm gonna act like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna celebrate.
There was another really, really terrible. This one might have been the worst. I mean, maybe just in my opinion because I'm biased. But during the Bengals game, Von Bell, the safety, he ran a blitz and around the right edge, and he came in, and as soon as he was like right there in Andy Dalton's face, he forced Andy to throw up a bad check down pass. And, Bell didn't hit him, didn't hit the ball, nothing. He literally, and maybe this was partly on Bell, but he literally turned, saw it was incomplete, and then turned back to Andy and was like, yeah, let's go. Like, and got in his face a little bit. And that's all it took. Like, literally just walking up and getting in somebody's face. That's all it took. So I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah. No, it's pretty soft.
Yeah, it's mad soft.
It'll definitely get changed by next year, right?
I hope so.
It has to be. Because they'll do that a lot. They'll implement some bullshit just because they'll kind of almost like government, like
test things out.
They'll kind of pass laws just kind of under the rug and they see how people feel about them, and then like people are like, oh, this is terrible. I hate it. And then they'll be like, all right, we'll repeal it.
Like suddenly,
happens all the time. So I think that's kind of one of the things that the NFL did this year with that. I mean, they did it with the
pass
PI
interference.
review. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pass interference. Yeah, I like the PI review though.
Yeah, but it just didn't work because guys weren't going to admit that they were wrong.
Yeah, fucking dude. Fuck Roger Goodell. Fuck all of his little band of minions that he calls referees. I don't like it one bit. Something
needs to be done about this officiating this year, man. It's pretty tough.
Dude, I remember as a kid, I used to want to be an official. I used to think it would be so sick to be an NFL ref one day.
They're like, how
they are. They've got to be in shape. But like, that's just one of those industries. I feel like, how do you get into that? Like, do you really like start at YMCA officiating and then climb your way up? Like, is that how you do it? Like,
it's like started out in AAA, made it to the big leagues. Like, I started out in fucking D3 football, made it up to D2, made it to D1. Now I'm in the NFL. I have no idea. Probably who you know.
It probably is that plays a big part in it.
Because there's no way that you could just apply for it because they would just get flooded with a million of applications to be an NFL ref. Like so many joke applications.
Dude, we should send in applications. Fuck these guys.
I would do it.
Imagine we do it and we get it and they're like, hey, report for training camp. It's like, shit. I could read up on the rules, I'd be fine.
I think you got to study for like years because they talk about like
I'm sure you do have to like take a lot of tests and stuff.
Oh yeah, you got to take a bunch of tests.
It makes sense.
They get paid pretty damn good too.
Like close to six figures, right? Some over six figures.
No, like six figures easy.
At least.
And then the best one, and then the best ones. I'm talking about head referees though. Some of them make like 300. Probably Hockey League makes 300.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
that'd be
then,
the
like,
dream, bro. Just being an official like once a week.
yeah. And then, and you fucking work, what, 6 months out of the year?
Yeah,
At most?
exactly.
Because, I mean, you got to go to training camp and shit. I'm pretty sure those are real NFL officials. But, like,
Yeah.
come on.
That'd be the dream.
And then if you suck, you don't have to officiate playoffs.
Like the Super Bowl and the play. Yeah, like you don't have to keep going deep into the
So you're
season.
fucking done for it. And you make like 50, 60K a year. I mean, even like the smaller ones. Yeah, it'd be the dream job. It'd almost be better than being a backup quarterback.
I was just about to say like another dream of scenario is like third string, second string quarterback. You're just getting
100%.
over $1 million to just practice,
Scout team or scout team.
Oh yeah, scout team.
Scout team QB would be the best because you make, you're making $1 million. And then if you somehow happen to play the game, there's no pressure because if you suck, you'd be like, that's our scout team quarterback, whatever. Like he's there because he knows the scheme. And then if you win, you become like immortalized.
Yeah.
You become like a top 10 YouTube video for like ever. So it's like
Is there I'm trying to think. I just blanked for a second. With the officiating crews, never mind. I'm blanking on it. Anyway, that's enough about officiating and how terrible taunting penalties are and whatnot. Everything's a mess right now, but with officiating at least. But moving on now to other stuff we learned from week 2 in the NFL. I'll go ahead and we can just go like back and forth and talk about each one, as we go. So we already kind of touched on this a bit, but one thing I learned was drafting Saquon Barkley in fantasy was a terrible decision by me. It has put me in a world of confusion, stress, panic per se. I don't know what the fuck I should do. I don't know if I should pull the trigger right now. I don't know if I should hold off. But if I hold off, then my chances of making a trade are a lot less likely. So,
true. But I don't know. If I were you, I would hold on for now because his potential is probably definitely better than DeAndre Swift's. I would say.
See, I don't know, bro. DeAndre Swift's fucking good.
You're going a little crazy there.
I think what I need to do is try and work like a deal where I send James Robinson over for DeAndre Swift. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
Thing is, I'll probably have to include like Amari Cooper.
Oh, Amari Cooper and D-Rob? I wouldn't do that. That's way too much. Probably do it.
But I would get Calvin Ridley back though.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Swift for Cooper and James Robinson.
That's actually a pretty good trade because then you still get to keep Saquon, and then you have RB1 and 2, and then you get to keep.
Yeah. All right. I'll think about that. This is personal league stuff. I'll think.
But anyway, mine is so I know that we just kind of dished on the whole taunting thing and how we hate it, but like I'm sick of DB's shit, defensive back shit. I really am.
Like what? What kind of shit are you referring
to? For one, and it's in college and NFL. The whole, there's a classic meme of like anytime any ball goes anywhere, the DB goes up and blank. You know what I'm saying? Like the incompletion sign.
The big hand symbols.
Yeah. That's gotten out of control. And it's gotten so ridiculous where a guy, like I seen one where the quarterback completely sniffed, like yossed it, like threw it completely out of bounds because he's just throwing away the ball and the DBs go, whoa, and like do like a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just like celebration. And I've seen
basically a throwaway.
Yeah. Not just once. I'm seeing it every single time. And then, and like
at least once a game.
On Sunday, Jalen Ramsey, he picked off Jacob Eason in the fourth quarter after Carson Wentz got hurt to steal the game. Because it was a terrible throw. As soon as Eason threw it, I was like, oh, that's going to get picked. Because it was just way too slow, way too high. Jalen Ramsey just came in, ball hawked it. And then he did a lap around the Colts Stadium going like this, like waving them goodbye. I'm like, dude, you just picked off the worst fucking pass I've ever seen. Like, I could have picked that shit off. Like,
dude, Jacob Eason, yeah, he looked rough. I mean, that was his second pass of the game, I think.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. Yeah. And I was like, dude, Jalen Ramsey, shut the fuck up. And I don't know. I'm getting sick of it, man. I'm getting real sick. And the whole what I really hate is when defenses get a turnover and then the entire defense runs to the end zone and does like a thing.
Well, you know why that started though is because the NFL implemented the cameras.
Yeah, I know, and I hate it.
Dude, I think it's kind of funny. I don't know.
It was cool the first time they did it. No, I've seen teams down like fucking 14 doing that shit.
Okay, see, yeah, that's where I agree with you. That is stupid in that case.
And that's like, that's my thing too. Is every time they do like, dude, you're the third string cornerback and you've been getting burned all game. Quit fucking like, don't celebrate on a pass that was just to avoid intentional grounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I agree with that. I do. I don't know. Part of me finds it funny. I don't know. I like seeing that on the because it's just so ironic. You know, they literally throw the ball away, throw it out of bounds, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's go!" Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I was laughing at it at first, and now it's just gotten annoying.
It is pretty constant. It's in literally every game. Another thing I learned this weekend is that quarterbacks are incredibly fucking fragile. A lot of players went down this weekend, and quarterbacks kind of highlighted the injury list. Tua is down. Andy Dalton went down, but it looks like Andy Dalton's going to be fine to start next week. Matt Nagy, I forget, but Matt Nagy said that Andy is going to be their starter if he's healthy, so take that how you will. Other than those guys, Tyrod Taylor is now on the IR. Carson Wentz got hurt, but I'm not sure what his timetable is. I didn't actually check up on his injury.
He sprained both ankles, so...
Shit. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, both.
How do you sprain both of them?
I don't know. Your name is Carson Wentz.
Yeah, fair enough. Dude, he's literally paper skin, glass bones. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Baker Mayfield got hurt as well, but he ended up returning to the game.
Carr did too. Happened to Carr. He got hurt and came back.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him too.
He got a little stinger or something. Yeah, no, it was crazy, dude. It almost turned into a massacre like last year's week 2.
Yeah, they were dropping like flies.
But then it kind of turned out to be okay.
Dude, my question from all these injuries though is should the Texans be going after Cam Newton now that Tyrod Taylor's on the IR?
I don't know. That'd be kind of hard as a team. They already have so much shit going on. I don't think they need another quarterback controversy of when Tyrod comes back. Because like,
how long is Tyrod? What's Tyrod's timeline? Do you know?
I think if he's on the IR, he's probably going to come back mid-season, so like 6 weeks. So 6 to 8 weeks, probably something like that.
Yeah, it says he'll miss 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not that bad.
Nah,
I don't know. I think in turn, like cost effective wise, I think Cam Newton might be a little bit too expensive for this. For like, you know, just a fill-in role. But who knows, though? I mean, if Tyrod Taylor comes back, would you rather have Tyrod Taylor or Cam Newton as your quarterback?
I mean, shit, the way Tyrod Taylor looked before he got hurt, I'd rather have Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he did look pretty good in game 1.
Cam Newton did not look near as that good his last couple of games with the Pats. Like, it was sad to watch.
Yeah, it was definitely not the Cam Newton I don't want to say knew and loved, but we all knew.
That we're accustomed to.
Yeah, that we were accustomed to.
No, yeah, I'd ride it out, see what the rookies got in Davis Mills, which probably isn't a lot. He did not look very good, but he also wasn't ready for it, and he was a second-round pick. Like, he's looked at more as like a project. So we'll see. They'll probably lose.
He was a reach in round 2. I think Mills was a reach in round 2 as well.
Well, he was kind of pegged to go in that second or third round range. Some guys were saying that somebody would reach for him in the first and like the high 20s. But that
I don't know. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I'm excited to watch Thursday Night Football again, mostly because I want to see the Panthers.
It's Panthers-Texans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, interesting. We got Panthers-Texans this week, and then next week, my Bengals playing the Jaguars. Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. Let's fucking go, bro.
National
championship rematch.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of the matchup, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of gross. But then you put it like that.
Yeah, there's the narrative behind it. You know, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. We got a comment here from JD. Tyrod has been in the league for 10 years, only started 3 full seasons in that time. Cam equals upgrade. Yeah, I don't see. I think I agree in the grand scheme of things that Cam Newton is, wholeheartedly better than Tyrod Taylor. But right now, Tyrod Taylor did look pretty damn good in the Texans offense. And maybe Cam Newton would look better in Houston than he would in the New England system. Who knows? But I think he might just be too expensive for that fill-in type role, while the Texans are probably long-term looking to either, figure out the Deshaun Watson shit, or they're going to draft their franchise quarterback in the upcoming draft. Possibly Malik Willis. I've heard a lot of things about Malik Willis ending up as the number 1 quarterback in the next draft. The Liberty quarterback, if you are unfamiliar, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Yeah, it might be too spendy. I agree. I think it just might be too expensive. So I don't know. We'll see what they do. I'm excited to see how it pans out.
All right, moving on. Another thing that I learned is that I was right about my Cup Stafford take. We already talked about it a little bit on the last Tuesday's pod. I said Cup Stafford quarterback wide receiver duo might be, top 5 in the league. Yesterday looked pretty good. Hopefully it continues. I think he'll probably regress to the mean a little. Definitely regress to the mean. Probably get Robert Woods a little bit more involved. But right now, I'm pretty happy that I made that take.
Yeah,
go ahead. I also have the Stafford Cup stack on my personal fantasy league, which is nice.
Oh, that's so nice, dude. I have Stafford as well in one league, but actually see the guy that I was trading with in the Ridley trade. He has Cooper Kupp as well. So if I could, but he doesn't want to get rid of Kupp. He would rather trade Ridley. So I'm thinking maybe I can swap like quarterbacks because I have anyway. Sorry, I'm playing mind games in my head as we go for fantasy. Yeah, Kupp Stafford. I think I agree though. He's probably going to regress to the mean as the season goes on because Robert Woods does. He's talented enough that Stafford's probably going to start getting him the ball more, and especially if defenses start adjusting to Cooper Kupp being the true number 1 receiver, then that'll open the field up for Woods a little bit more. So, but no, that they might even be a top 3, duo by the end of the year. I think it's between right now. It's definitely between Stafford, Kupp, and then Kyler and DeAndre Hopkins for best, QB wide receiver duos.
Yeah, well, and Devontae Rodgers.
Yeah, well, but their week 1 performance was dog shit. So
yeah, well, but still, you can't count them out. They bounced right back last night.
Well, that takes me to my next point. Something I learned is that Aaron Rodgers is still that guy. He doesn't give a fuck if you think he wasn't trying. He doesn't give a fuck about our, theoretical or our theories about the Packers intentionally throwing this season as a middle finger to the organization. He doesn't care. He comes out, he wins in prime time, and he does so with 4 passing touchdowns. So Aaron Rodgers is still that guy. No need to fear. The discount double check is here.
Yeah, no, I actually wrote that. I was taking game notes when I was watching that game in the first half. I was like, dude, like what the hell is going on? And then at the beginning of the third quarter, he took a sack and he ran right into the defender. And I wrote down on my notes, is Aaron Rodgers actually tanking the season? And then the very next play, he dropped a dime bomb to Devontae Adams. And I wrote, never mind.
They looked pretty good. I know it's the Lions. But they still looked pretty good.
Yeah. It would have been a lot closer of a game if he was actually throwing it. So, yeah, no, he's still that guy. And then for me, Tony Pollard is the best running back on the Cowboys.
Yeah, that pains me, bro, because I dropped him in my fantasy league after week 1. But I dropped him to pick up Michael Thomas, so it could pan out just fine. But yeah, I don't disagree. I think, as I said this at the beginning of the season, I think Zeke is going to regress horribly. I think this is going to be the year that people figure out Zeke is not that guy anymore. And Tony Pollard looks a lot more versatile. He looks like he fits in the Cowboys offense more. They can utilize him on a lot more play calls. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. He's fresh. Yeah. He looked explosive.
Looked very explosive. Zeke doesn't look like he has that same, which is really disappointing. I really thought that he might because he just looks so much better than he has in the past couple of years. So I was like, oh man, like this might be the year to find Zeke returns to form. But nah.
What year was he drafted? Was he 2016?
Yeah.
2016. Okay, yeah.
So
shit. Usually running backs
just don't last, man.
3 years is their average lifespan.
Yeah. So that's what I thought too when we paid him, and I wanted to pay him, but man, we paid him way too much.
It is what it is. Zeke held out. He secured the bag.
never pay a running back. Just draft another one. I mean, we got
exactly. They're so replaceable. Yeah, they're so replaceable. It's crazy. I mean, again, there's always those guys. Like I feel like Derrick Henry, not replaceable. You could argue guys like Alvin Kamara aren't replaceable because he's very unique.
McCaffrey, unreplaceable.
Yeah, there's just those special exceptions. I was actually looking through because I was making a TikTok. I was looking through some of the old draft results because I'm planning on making one, making fun of a team's blunder, and I chose the Bengals for drafting John Ross at number 9 in 2017, and then I realized Christian McCaffrey was taken 8th. The Bengals were 1 pick away from McCaffrey being available. Like that would have been life-changing. And also Patrick Mahomes was taken 1 pick after they drafted. So like, fuck us, I guess, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, that's tough. At least you aren't the Bears in that situation.
Oh, definitely, yeah. My next topic is I'm gonna stick with my quarterback theme. Zach Wilson looks fucking awful. I know it's the Patriots defense. I know the Jets still aren't fully in tune yet with the new offense, new system, but man, those interceptions were just, some of them were so bad.
They're bad.
That one especially, where it was like down the left sideline, there was just 3 Patriots defenders right there, right into his hands. Zach Wilson looks rough. Right now, you mentioned your earlier prediction. My prediction of Mac Jones is looking pretty strong right now. I think Mac has been the best rookie quarterback through 2 games so far by far.
Oh, 100%. Fields wasn't that good in relief. Trevor Lawrence has not been good at all. He threw another multi-pick game. So is he at 5 now?
Yes, he had 3 in week 1.
That's crazy. So, and then I think Zach had 2 last week, right?
Yeah, I think he also has 6. And then Justin Fields too in the Bears-Bengals game. Justin Fields came in after the Dalton injury, threw an interception with 3.5 minutes left to give the Bengals a chance to win. Of course, they didn't, but the Bengals should not have been in that game. They were down by 17 with like 6 minutes left, and then they were 1 third down stop away from getting the ball back with 1.5 minutes. So Bengals easily could have won that game, and Justin Fields, I'm not buying it right now. I think a lot of it is just, I think he will be good. Don't get me wrong. But like right now, I don't know if he's ready from what I've seen.
I think Bears fans are just so desperate to get good quarterback play or to see somebody young and exciting that they're just clamoring for him.
Yeah, they want him to be good so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just hoping and praying. I don't think it really has much to do with Fields himself. Well, part of it, yeah, but like I just think most of it's just because they've just been mistreated in terms of offense, watching their offense play for the past, 80 years. That they want him to happen and be really good and be dynamic. So
yeah. Oh, I think Elijah's refreshing real quick. But no, rookie quarterbacks, Mac Jones definitely leading the pack right now. We mentioned Trevor Lawrence is sluggish a little bit. That should pick up maybe if the Jags offense gets going, but it's looking rough right now.
Yeah. All right. And then my next topic will be the whole 2-point thing has gotten maybe a little out of control.
Elaborate.
So some of it is, I agree with most of them. I would say like 90% of them, but sometimes those coaches go to their spreadsheet or like the sheet that they refer to too much.
Yeah, like the percentage of, converting and whatnot.
Yeah, so I think it was in the fourth quarter it was on that Lamar play where he did the cartwheel in the end zone, and they went for 2. I'm pretty sure they converted, but there was a penalty, so they had to do it back from 10, and they still went for it to make it the like 30. It made it. I can't remember, like 30 points or something.
I didn't get to watch the game.
Oh yeah, it was at 30, and then it would have made it 31, and the Chiefs were at 35. So if they got it, then they would have been a field goal away, which is a good idea. But like, it didn't make any sense because I don't know, it just put them in a bad position, I feel like, and I just think it's kind of gone out of hand.
Like, I think more so than the 2-point conversions is the fourth down, fourth down attempts.
Dude, yeah.
Teams are going for fourth down a lot lately. And it's all because of those, analytics, those numbers, you have a higher odds of scoring if you go for it here.
I love it though.
I think it makes it more entertaining, more exciting.
I love it though. If it's inside 4th and 5 and you're over the 50, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you have to go for that. Yeah.
I think so. I have seen some bullshit ones, like we talked about the Bears on Sunday Night Football 2 weeks ago, where they went on it 4th and 15. It's like, okay, dude, like obviously Andy Dalton's not going to make that 4th and 15 play happen.
Hey, don't sleep on Andy, bro. Don't sleep on Andy.
I'm sleeping on him. Sorry. But yeah, no, it's some of it, sometimes they do. It's a little ridiculous, but for the most part, like, I love it. It makes the game more exciting. Because there's nothing more boring than a punt.
Yeah. I'm sure punters would disagree. Dude, actually, fuck being a backup quarterback. That's the best job in the NFL. A punter, you just go on and kick.
Because if you fuck up, like, that's the biggest fuck up you can make, because you're not supposed to fuck up special teams. Special teams have to be meticulous.
All right, correction, backup punter. Boom.
What? Not
all you have to do in practice is just fucking kick ball. I'm sure the NFL teams have backup punters.
They have training camp. Yeah, they'll pull another guy off the street.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I don't know. That'd be sick. I would love to be that. Well, my last talking point we kind of already covered, but it was just simply the officiating is fucking terrible.
Yep.
There's not really much else to touch on that. Just the taunting calls and all that.
And then one thing I want to bring up too, I tweeted it, is what's up with all these home teams wearing white? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but so I saw that tweet too, and I mean that's been a thing for like 5 years now. I think
it's happening more and more, but I feel like it's happened this year more than it ever has. Like, I counted up, I think at least about half the league week 1 home teams wore white.
That is true. It has become more and more as the years have gone on. Yeah, because the Bengals were wearing white, and they never used to wear white at home. Well,
they had their color rush shit going on.
No, actually, they didn't wear their color rush. They wore their new white uniforms.
Oh, I was thinking of week 1. My bad.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's weird. And then a lot of teams too are wearing the white jerseys with white pants. A lot, like the Lions wore white pants.
That's my favorite look in all of football: white helmet, white jersey, white pants, white cleats. I think it looks so cool on the field. I don't know why. Every time I play Madden, I go all, if I'm not using like a color rush jersey, I go all white every time.
Yeah. As much as I hate Auburn, like, I love their away set.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
It's clean. But, or like the Bills and the Dolphins when they were all white.
Bills look really good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Those uniforms are pretty
Some
nice.
of it looks awkward though, when like the Falcons did it week 1 where they had that black helmet with all white. And
I think the Ravens too look pretty good in all white. Black helmet, all white.
The Lions look kind of, I don't know. It looks kind of clean, but then it looks kind of awkward because then like
it's weird.
You have like the Raven or the Falcons look cool when they did it. And then you just had Matt Ryan just kind of hot trotting out there. I'm like, this guy looks like a fucking clown. Like, he looks like, one of those extras in a Hallmark movie trying to be a football player.
What's that movie? The Replacements, that movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks like one of those guys.
For sure.
I don't mind it though, it's just weird. It just takes getting used to.
I just want to know what's up with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I need somebody to explain it to me.
If you think about it, though, football is the only sport where the home team wears their color instead of white.
Sure.
Well, I guess except for like soccer doesn't fucking matter. They wear colors every game. It depends on they get new jerseys every year, so like
Yeah, it's
that's
gotten
a
that
little
way
bit
with
different.
basketball now too.
Yeah.
But baseball, home team wears white.
Yeah, I don't like baseball because the home team wears white and the away team wears gray. That's just
I love it.
I don't like
That's
that. I'd rather them wearing
traditionalism.
colors. I don't know.
But all right, what else is going on in the sports world? Let's see. College football that we have
Oh,
neglected
yeah,
for
slightly.
a while.
Yeah, a lot's been going on in college football. I mean, it's kind of weird to compare it with NFL because they're 1 week opposite of each other. Like NFL's in week 2, college football's in week 3, but it's looking pretty good so far. We had a few big games. The Alabama Miami game this weekend was crazy. Like I
Florida?
never, yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Alabama, Florida. Yeah, I never thought that Florida would have had a chance. But hey, after being down 21-3 in the first quarter, they fought back and were a 2-point conversion away from sending it to overtime, which is crazy. So props to Florida. Another big one too is the Penn State Auburn game. I really enjoyed watching that one. The whiteout crowd atmosphere. It's so cool, dude. It's so cool. But no, in lieu of college football, we have a few bold predictions per se after only 3 weeks into the season. So we're a fourth. Oh man, that makes me sad. We're already a quarter of the way into the college football season. Shit. There's only 12 games, bro. That shit's makes me sad. But anyway, my first bold prediction is coming out of the group of 5. I'm going Fresno State. The Bulldogs are going to make a New Year's Six Bowl this year. They almost pulled off an upset in Oregon against the Ducks, which is the same Oregon team that beat Ohio State. And now they just went on the road and beat UCLA, who people we even talked about are probably Pac-12 contenders this year with Chip Kelly, the way they've looked. So Fresno State, don't discredit them just because they're in the group of 5. They are a solid team right now. I think they're going to keep climbing the top 25 and find themselves in the New Year's Six Bowl. Their schedule is easy from here on out. So
Yeah, no,
that's what I got.
I agree. They're kick ass. They're a fucking wagon in the group of 5. I'll just go ahead and make my group of 5 pick 2 now. I think BYU will make another playoff push this year. They're the best team out of the group of 5, undoubtedly. They beat Arizona State and Utah back to back.
Yeah, dude, fucking give BYU the Pac-12 championship already.
Dude, seriously. And Jaron Hall is a dog, their quarterback. I don't think they missed a beat. He plays a lot like Zach Wilson, but I mean, he's pretty damn good. Although he did get hurt at the end of their game against Arizona State. So
he does look pretty good though. Yeah. I heard though you said that BYU is undoubtedly the best group of 5 team. What about Cincinnati though?
I think they're better than Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. I do think BYU is underrated this year, strictly because they lost Zach Wilson. Everybody's overreacting a little bit. I think they're ranked number 15 now in the top 25, so they deserve it. Definitely should be up there. I don't know. I think Cincinnati's probably just one step above them simply because of Desmond Ridder. Like, sure, Jaron Hall's good, but Desmond Ridder is a legit Heisman candidate, which is crazy for a group of 5 team. So I think they're definitely the top 2, and then Fresno State is looking on over the edge right now, or outside looking in.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
we mentioned the Alabama game. I have everybody's high on Georgia, especially after they beat Clemson. But after that Florida performance, after I saw what Emory Jones, quarterback, was capable of, Florida is going to come out of the SEC East over Georgia, and they're going to have a rematch against Bama in the SEC championship game. That's my bold prediction. I know I've kind of been dogging Georgia all year a little bit, but I think Florida can come out of it. I think they're capable, even though they lost Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts. Emory Jones looks legit.
Yeah, that's interesting because one of mine is that Georgia will make the college football playoff again.
Oh, interesting.
It's going to be another double SEC year with Bama and Georgia, because Georgia's defense is just ungodly.
It is so fucking good, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to see that happen. I would be upset.
I think that's what we're going to because again, I'll just go back to back real quick since we're on the topic. I think that this is going to be another year where things shake up a little bit and we see some fresh faces. So Ohio State looks like they're not going to make it. Clemson's offense is god awful, so it looks like they're not going to make it. They're definitely going to win the ACC because there's no one else.
Exactly.
But they're looking pretty bad right now.
Dude, they almost lost to Georgia Tech.
Like this is like LSU 5 years before Joe Burrow offense bad.
Or even LSU last year after Joe Burrow.
Yeah. So it's the hit the panic button, Clemson. And then Oklahoma too. Oklahoma's been struggling in games. They have been really tight. So who knows if they can make it out of the Big 12 without too many scabs. So we'll see it. I think we're going to see some new faces this year.
They came away with a really close one. Yeah, a lot of the top teams have been struggling. Yeah, the Clemson game, they almost lost to Georgia Tech, the same Georgia Tech team that lost to Northern Illinois at home. So Clemson has a lot of question marks around them. I think they still will win the ACC. Even though UNC's there, I don't think UNC's capable of it. Miami has looked like dog shit. Miami's not back. They're not back at all. I was completely wrong when I said that at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I'm fully off the Miami bandwagon. But I think there will be some new faces as well, which is, we're talking about bold predictions. I'm going as bold as you can get with this one. I think that Michigan, this is a two-parter, okay? So I think Michigan will beat Ohio State this year. And so Ohio State has won 15 out of the last 16 matchups. It's been agony if you're a Wolverines fan. But Michigan looks different this year. They look really, really good, especially running the ball. Maybe their quarterback situation might hold them back a bit, but they have 1,100 rushing yards and 15 rushing touchdowns through 3 games, which is they're averaging like 150 through the air. So that's insane. Their run game is one of the best in the country right now. They're competing with those triple option guys like Army and Navy. I really like the Wolverines this year. I would like to say that Jim Harbaugh has finally found his rhythm here. I don't know. And my second part to that is that Ohio State is not going to win the Big Ten. I think there's too much competition. Penn State looks pretty solid. Iowa especially. Iowa's defense might win them the Big Ten. It really might. So Iowa's another team that I would look out for as a potential new face for the playoff.
Michigan State too.
Yeah, Sparty. They came out of nowhere.
Sparty's looking really good.
Yeah.
Some people. I read an article today. It said that Michigan State's the best team in the state, better than UM.
That's tough. I don't know. I would probably stick with UM for right now. But I mean, hey, Michigan State looks really good against Miami.
Yeah. But no, Big Ten's got some contenders this year for Ohio State. I agree that Ohio State has a pretty good chance of being dethroned with the way that their defense looks this year.
Yeah. And even CJ Stroud has been somewhat questionable at times.
So it's definitely pressure's on Iowa and Michigan State and Penn State to make some things happen, because Penn State could be a dark horse CFP candidate for sure, especially after they beat Auburn. I mean, that's legit. It's a legit SEC team. They're not a very good SEC team, but like they're usually great for 8 games every year.
Yeah, it's a great win for your resume.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, I guess, is that all you got?
That's all I got.
I got one more. I'll finish this off on college football. We were talking about Clemson, talking about the ACC a little bit, and I think that when it's all said and done this year, that the Pac-12 all around will be a better conference than the ACC, which is somewhat bold because the Pac-12 has been universally known as the bottom of the Power 5 conferences for like ever since there has been Power 5 conferences. But I think UNC is a little bit overrated from what I've seen from them. Miami looks like shit. Virginia Tech just got beat by West Virginia. I don't know. I really think Clemson is their only, star, and they may not even they may lose 2 games this season. I wouldn't be surprised if Clemson lost again at this rate.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on this one because teams in the Pac-12 are pretty bad again this year. Like their best team, Oregon. Outside of that, I mean, UCLA just lost to Fresno State. Arizona State lost to BYU. So did Utah, which was your pick to win the Pac-12.
That's a non-conference game, though.
USC is in shambles.
USC, yeah, God, USC.
Yeah.
Well,
USC.
they just beat Washington State pretty resoundingly, so their just coaching situations is in shambles.
Yeah,
That's just though. I think they have so many more teams though that are in that conversation of top 25 being ranked. And I mean, I'm always a Pac-12 hater, kind of. So like, I don't know. I just think depth-wise, all around, like sure, Clemson trumps a lot of it, but the ACC just doesn't really have anybody else besides UNC and Clemson this year.
It will be a dogfight, though. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the year. We'll tie up the bowl game record.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Or bowl game appearances, even.
Bowl game appearances, bowl game.
Yeah, because the Pac-12 tends to beat itself up a lot. Like they will lose to each other all the time. Whereas most conferences always have one team that comes away with 0 losses or 1 losses. They always have order. 2. Yeah.
Like in the SEC, there's a pecking order. In the Big Ten, there's a pecking order. ACC, same thing. Big 12. Outside of Oklahoma, there's a definite there's chaos.
Yeah. That's all we got so far for college football. Those are our early season bold predictions for the rest of the year. We'll keep up with that and see how those pan out. But no, it's been a pretty good year so far. I'm excited. I like it. Mm-hmm. Can't complain. TCU right outside the top 25.
Yeah, we're gonna make it this weekend against you see SMU's been talking some shit.
Bro, SMU's been talking mad shit, bro, online, saying we're scared to play them and everything, dude.
They're gonna get fucking
Oh my god. They're about to lose by like at least 24, bro.
Yeah, I hope so.
I actually think
dumb thing to say.
It is so stupid. Like, bro, go Frogs. It's simple, straight to the point. You know, you get it across. Pony up. What the fuck is that, bro?
Well, even like our new one, Frogs by 90.
Yeah, Frogs by 90 makes way more sense.
It's way better. Pony up.
Yeah, what are they going to say? Ponies by 90? No, shut up.
Ooh, go Ponies. Like what?
Oh.
Like, what are you supposed to do? Go to a fucking 8-year-old's birthday party and like that's intimidating. Fuck.
I remember I was in like elementary school when this happened because I've been going to TCU games since I was a baby. And when I was in like elementary school, we beat SMU one year at home. And then the next day, like in the middle of the night, some of their football team like snuck into our stadium and burnt Pony Up into the field. So like it was literally like there was just Pony Up faded in the grass for like the rest of the season. You could see it.
Clowns.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now that's exactly as you hear Elijah say in the distance, fucking pussies. But anyway, if you don't really get that, we go or Elijah graduated from TCU. I go to TCU, so got to talk shit with SMU coming up this weekend. But that's all we got for college football. We will make sure to keep up with that as the season goes on, though. You know, we got to show some love. NFL definitely probably takes the crown, at least with most of our audience. But college football is where my love for football began. So, of course, we're going to talk about that. But now to close out the episode, we won't dive into this too much, but I felt like this was relevant enough that we needed to talk about it. Basketball season is still a bit of ways away. But Ben Simmons, huge news. We talked about this a few months ago, the Simmons situation. But Ben Simmons does not intend to play for the Philadelphia 76ers this season. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, so he is not attending training camp coming up. And he's basically holding out, refusing to play for the teams. And the more I looked into it, basically the organization has sanctions to fine him, and they can even withhold his salary. Basically, he's trying to force his way out. He doesn't give a fuck about what the team wants. And so what's interesting about this whole thing, though, is that there are rumors right now that because the 76ers can fine Ben Simmons, he's going to purposely have surgery. And if he has surgery and can't play because of surgery, the team is incapable of fining him. because of like a rules loophole.
Well,
It's like the same thing that Kyrie
No,
Irving
yeah, no.
threatened. Yeah.
No, I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, Michael Thomas did a version of that,
Yeah, true.
So, damn, that's crazy. What the hell pissed him off so much?
Dude, probably just
Because he sucked in the playoffs?
that. I was about to say, probably just because he was so bad and then the organization like gave up on him. I mean, they did. The 76ers kind of gave up on him really fast. They made it very clear that they were trying to trade him and everything. And I don't think Simmons took too kindly to that. I don't know. He's been kind of quiet in the media. He didn't talk to the team since late August, so he hasn't really been in the media.
Sounds to me like he's butthurt.
I mean, most likely that is the case. Yeah.
I'm kind of getting. I'm always on the player's side traditionally, but like, man,
I'm not with
really
this
hard
one.
to. It's been getting real hard too, because it's just like, fuck, man. Like, this is a job. You get paid millions of dollars, and another thing too, if you hate it there so much, and the thought of you wanting to leave this place that badly, we're gonna pull some stunt like that. Why the fuck you signed your $100 million 5-year contract? You know what I mean?
Bingo.
Like,
and I know things change. I'm sure things were different back then, but like, still, if you sign that big ass contract,
like, you won't be there.
Yeah, you're gonna be there. I mean, that's on you for signing that shit. Like
it's happening with Aaron Rodgers. It's happening with Deshaun. Outside of all the bullshit that's going on with him, look at he got mad because they hired a GM without his consultation. The GM, not the head coach, the GM. And then he said, "I'm never playing for you guys again."
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So, which I was on his side. But now as time
for the most
on,
part,
it's kind of like I would understand why you'd want to get away from Houston, but goddamn, dude, you had the chance to get out, but then you signed that money.
It's like, yeah, and like this situation in particular seems kind of just like like Ben Simmons is giving a double middle finger to the 76ers, because if he does this surgery and he does hold out, the 76ers are going to be forced to trade him. But the thing is, now that other teams know the 76ers are forced to trade him, they're going to only offer him pennies and scraps.
Oh, no. Yeah. Pennies on the dollar.
And Ben Simmons wants that. Ben Simmons doesn't give a fuck about the 76ers. He doesn't want to help them in any way. At least that's what I've been gathering from, everything in the media, what he said. Yeah. It seems like he really just wants to screw him over, kind of.
You'd think with as big as his ego's looking right now that he'd want to go for a really big haul. Because he could be like, well, I'm worth this many first-round picks and this many pieces.
I think even with his lowered price tag right now, he's still going to be worth a decent buck. I've seen the rumors right now for where he may end up, or at least the most likely landing spots, are the Cavaliers, the Raptors, the Timberwolves, and the Spurs. So I think the Spurs would be a really interesting spot for him with Greg Popovich. His style of play fits Pop's offense, because he's a defensive guard. So that would be interesting to see. But also the Cavs deal would be pretty crazy. I saw the rumor would involve both Colin Sexton and Kevin Love and a first-round pick just for Ben Simmons and Seth Curry. So that would be interesting.
Yeah. Nah, man. With the Popovich thing, I feel like Pop, in terms of basketball, yeah, but does Pop really want a guy that's doing this bullshit again? Does he want another Kawhi, a guy that could probably pull another Kawhi?
I see. I don't think Ben Simmons is at the superstar level of Kawhi to pull to do this wherever he goes.
He's doing it right now. And if he thinks he can do it once, Rich Paul is his agent. He could probably think he could do it again.
Yeah, but I think it would be a bit of a different scenario if he signed with the Spurs, because he would probably only sign like a 1 or 2 year deal at first. Like probably a 2-year deal.
He'd be on his remaining contract for sure, which I don't know how much time is left on it.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work out.
But definitely multiple years. And he's super expensive. And he can't shoot. He can't shoot.
Worth a damn. Yeah, if he shot a basketball from the 3-point line into the ocean, he would miss the water. He would just hit the one little droplet of sand that's out there. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's it's a pretty annoying situation to look at athletes doing it. Like, I mean, Dame too. I think over the summer I asked him, he's like, I don't know what my future holds. It's like, dude, you signed a $200 million deal with the Portland Trailblazers. I hope you know what it holds.
It's also after he said all this stuff about I want to build a championship team with Portland. I want to bring a ring to the city of Portland. All this stuff, you know.
I'm getting kind of tired of guys doing this, man. I really am.
Yeah, because I mean, I get it. It's a business. I get it. You got to get yours. You got to do what's best for you. But like you said earlier,
you already did.
This is your fucking job. Yeah, you already made it, right? This is your job now. You did it.
And now you're unhappy.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, just I mean, in those situations, I feel like be unhappy until you're done getting paid $200 million, and then you can go somewhere where you can be happy.
In terms of teams too, like of where he's going to get traded, I've heard that he has a list of teams where he will not go to be traded to, and it's like
okay, he'll refuse.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, dude. First, you're already gonna be hard to trade because you can't shoot a basketball and you're very costly. And now you won't even go to teams that would be willing to trade for you. It's like, dude, you're ridiculous.
Dude, I guarantee there's probably already like Photoshops out there of Ben Simmons in a Heat uniform. Miami Heat fans are ruthless, bro. I was about to say, I wonder if the Heat are trying to target him at all. I doubt it, though.
Probably. They're on any name that comes available whatsoever.
They usually are, yeah. But I don't think so. After they got Kyle Lowry, I don't think they're going to be looking for another point guard.
I don't know, but
yeah, we'll see what happens with Ben Simmons. I kind of want to see him. I would like the Cavs deal to go through because I would really want to see what Colin Sexton and Kevin Love could do in Philadelphia. I think if that deal went through, I think that would make the 76ers a lot better overall, and it would build around Joel Embiid, which is their goal. And I think they would definitely be a championship contender if that happened. Yeah. Nah, but that's our little basketball snippet in this football episode. Also coming
football
up
season.
too. Yeah. Also coming up is a massive UFC card this weekend. There's 5 fights that could all be the main event, and they're all stacked into one card. It's going to be crazy this Saturday. We're going to go into a lot more detail on our next episode on Thursday, but for now, we're going to close out today's episode with Love It or Loathe It. All right.
Let's do it.
I'll take the first 4.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so Tyler Junior College quarterback named General Booty throws for 528 yards and 8 touchdowns this weekend.
So, I mean, clearly, how can I not love this one? His name, and this isn't a made-up name. This isn't a nickname. His literal legal name is General Booty. So that is an all-time top 5 quarterback name. That should be implemented to the Hall of Fame immediately.
This guy fucks.
Yeah, this guy fucks, clearly.
That fucks.
Love that, especially because he dropped for 8 touchdowns in one game. So love that. General Booty's going off.
He's going D1.
He's probably transferring shit.
I hope he goes to Arizona State because he fucks.
Dude, I might be going there for grad school. That's my number 2.
Have a good. That'd be.
He said have a good time. That'd be fun.
All right. Salvador Perez breaks the single season record for home runs by a catcher.
I love this one. Salvi, he kind of, I don't want to say robbed, but he had a fantastic home run derby outing. Salvi's one of those lovable guys in the MLB. So, great. Not much to say about it really, but I mean, it's pretty cool seeing him break the record. So good for him. Good for Salvi.
All right. Joe Burrow throws 3 straight interceptions against the Bears after going 199 consecutive pass attempts without a pick.
So I loathe this one. I could not believe my eyes when I was watching this transpire. It didn't seem real. I mean, like you said, 199 pass attempts without a pick and then 3 in a row. The first 2 were completely his fault. Third one was bullshit, but loathe it. Move on.
All right. Tiger Woods comes out with his own personal NFT collection. Another athlete doing their NFTs.
I love it. I actually tried to get in on the Tiger Woods NFT drop, but my DraftKings fucking crashed and nothing would load. So I kind of just gave up because I assumed that I wouldn't be able to get one. But I'm big on the NFT space. I love NFTs. I'm a big believer in all things digital, crypto, all that kind of stuff. So I love seeing athletes get involved. It's pretty cool. Love it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Switching gears now. First one we got for you is Broncos linebacker Nick Chubb will undergo ankle surgery and may come back later this year.
Loathe it. But yeah, damn, that's a tough break. He just came back too because he was hurt last year.
That is tough, dude, especially because the Broncos D was looking pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next is the Ryder Cup is this weekend.
Yeah, I love this. So the Ryder Cup happens every other year, and U.S. is going for its third win in 4 tries. I'm very excited about it. If you guys don't know what the Ryder Cup is, it's a golf tournament in between U.S. versus Europe, and there's a lot of match play. And everyone loves match play. It's definitely electric to watch. Like the WGC Dell that happens here in Austin, actually, is one of the things that's looked forward to a lot. And so match play is just super fun, must-watch TV. Definitely gonna have my eye on it. Unfortunately, they play during football season, which kind of sucks. But I'll definitely have an eye on it, like I said.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more too on Thursday, maybe a little bit more of a preview type thing. But
in depth.
Next up, Rob Gronkowski says he does not watch film.
Yeah, I love this. He said this on Monday Night Manning, and he's like, "Yeah, I watch film like when the coaches go through it, but like personally, no." He just said that he asks Tom like who's covering him and what route should he run. He doesn't like. That's the ultimate Gronk thing to do, just to be like, I don't do that. Like,
the ultimate caveman mentality too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I see ball, I go get ball. He told me where to run, I run there. Like
that's the USAA I'm special Gronk.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, now that we've seen them for 2 games, do you love or loathe the new jersey numbers in the NFL?
I loathe it. I loathe it. I don't like it. I thought I would. I thought it was going to be cool, but anytime I see a running back with a single-digit number, it phases me out, man. I don't like it. Like I've gotten used to it in college just because it's college, but seeing it with NFL, it just doesn't look right. Also, too, like I saw a highlight and I couldn't tell or if it was a DB or an offensive wide receiver making a play because he had like 6 or something like that. And I was like, shit. That is annoying because I wanted to know who made the play, but I couldn't because of the numbers thing.
Yeah, it is. It has been taken a bit of adjusting, getting used to. Because I remember in the first game of the season, even with Buccaneers Cowboys, I was like, "Who the hell are they giving the ball to? Who's this number 7 guy?" Turns out Fournette went back to his old number. Yeah. So I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, nah. I'm honestly. Like, I was making fun of Tom Brady for being all butthurt about it. Now I'm on his side. I'm like, you know what? I can't pick out the fucking linebacker either, Tom. Like, like this is bullshit.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Not a lot of players change though, like it really is kind of subtle.
I feel like it's been a bunch.
Really? I've only had like, I don't know.
I'll see like 3. Maybe it's just like not on the Bengals.
Yeah, maybe.
When I watch the Red Zone
Buda
channel,
Baker changed too.
I'll see like 5 guys on the field at once that had the single digit. 5 to 6 guys, easy.
I don't know. I like the freedom for the players, but it has been weird getting used to it.
It's been weird.
All right. Well, that is all we got for today's episode. Football, more football, and a little bit of Ben Simmons mixed in there. So if you guys were watching this whole time, as always, we really appreciate you. Stay on the lookout. Got another episode coming this Thursday. We're going to be talking about UFC, previewing Thursday Night Football, talking about the Ryder Cup. A lot going on this week in the world of sports. So stay on the lookout. If you want, you can always turn on GTD Sports notifications on social media. But that's all we got for you. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see y'all same time, same place on Thursday.